Man United is the gift that keeps on giving. They played well, and to be honest, they played well. But there are a lot of controversial talk today, and there are a lot of takes, of course. And I'm just happy, and I just want to say something. 𝐒𝐬𝐞 actually was not supposed to be here, but I am happy that he is here. I'm happy that he's here. I actually
I took the last flight last night. I got in at 12 midnight.
You are a legend. That's why, by the way, we'll see you tomorrow, 𝐒𝐬𝐞, on what 11 after the game. 11 p.m. You're gonna be here. 11 p.m. for the reaction for the Man City Arsenal game. Win or lose, you have to be here, 𝐒𝐬𝐞, to back your team. You have to be here.
You know I'll be here now. You know I don't.
I know you will. This is one of the things about 𝐒𝐬𝐞. Okay, I want to say 𝐒𝐬𝐞 will Ahmed. This panel, and of course Olo as well, they never hide. Like I say, we're doing something, and they're like, okay, we're in, no matter what the results are. So that is something I appreciate. Guys, hit that like button before you join. When you join people, I actually don't know where to start. I don't know, but Spurs really should have had a red card for Vicario, and the referees completely missed it. Has anybody seen that one?
Yeah,
that was crazy. Will it was crazy.
It's a handball, but it's not a red card.
The guy would have scored. He literally took the ball off his feet. The ball was falling to the guy. Go
read Law 12, my man, and then come back.
Don't give me that law thing.
Seriously, people need to learn the laws of the game before they say something 𝐒𝐻 or not. It's not nowhere does it meet the definition of 𝐒𝐻. Nowhere.
The goalkeeper is out.
Doesn't matter. It's just a handball. It's not a red card.
How is it just a handball?
Because the goalkeeper handled the ball outside of the box.
And he took it off the guy, and
he didn't take it off the guy. The ball was behind
right
the
there
guy.
next to him.
So was right there next to him. Defenders. Go read this. There's literally a whole paragraph in Law 12 of the laws of the game that describes what equates as 𝐒𝐻 and what should be considered. Distance from the goal, other defenders being in play or not, all of those things. There was 2 Spurs defenders right behind the Brentford player. It's not a 𝐒𝐻. It's not. It's definitely a handball. Definitely not a 𝐒𝐻. That's why the VAR didn't get involved.
I think I thought it was a bit.
The referees I'm going to give you my
I'm going to give you my explanation. I'm going to give you my explanation, and you can just battle me for it, right? I think if Vicario doesn't touch the ball, the ball falls to him. Vicario is outside. He takes a shot. It's a goal. The reason why there is no goalkeeper inside, it's only players blocking the area, whatever, right? And it's just a clear path to the goal with no goalkeeper.
But it's not clear, is a definition because there's 2 defenders in between him and the goal.
No, he doesn't have to dribble them. He doesn't have to dribble them.
I'm just watching. Second touch of the goalkeeper weren't handballs. Only the third touch was outside of the box.
Yeah, but that's the problem. The problem is that intent.
By the second touch of Vicario, the ball was already behind the Brentford player. He would have had to bring the ball down and then turn without having the 2 Spurs player that were less than a yard from him closing him down. But it is not a 𝐒𝐻. Definitely a handball, not 𝐒𝐻.
The thing though is that it's the deliberacy of him going for the ball that might put in the referee's mind that should be a red, right? It's because it wasn't like it was a mistake. It was the fact that when you watch it, I'm just watching from a different angle. My dog's barking in the background. When you watch from a different angle, from behind the goal, is that after the second touch, he realizes the ball is going towards the player, and he slaps it away, which makes it a deliberate handball.
He realized this guy. I'm out. He realized I'm outside of the goal.
There's no question that it's not a deliberate handball outside the box. The question we're discussing right now is whether it's 𝐒𝐻 or not. And by the laws of the game, it's not 𝐒𝐻, which is the exact same conclusion that VAR came to, and that's why they didn't intervene.
The people that don't understand what he's saying is a goal scoring opportunity,
denial of an obvious goal
scoring opportunity.
I'll be honest, man. At the end of the day, you
caught denial of a goal scoring opportunity. It's denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Well, listen, I would have to say that's obvious goal opportunity. That was an obvious goal opportunity. Like, no way to deny that.
No.
Like, I'll be real.
Like one-on-one. For example, if a keeper comes out,
if he gets past your keeper, all he has to do is shoot the ball to the net.
There's literally in the law, there's a whole paragraph with bullet points that says, if this, then no, if this, then no, if this, then no, if this, then no, right? Distance from the goal, defenders being between the player and the goal, All of these things. There were players in between the player and the goal. So it can't. First of all, he never even had control of the ball. Second of all, even if he did get control of the ball, it's not an obvious goal scoring opportunity according to the laws. If you don't like the laws, have IFAB rewrite them. But as the way the law currently stands, it wasn't Dogzo.
I don't
know.
By no
means.
I'm looking at it again, and the thing about it is that
you can look at it 1,000 times. It doesn't equate to Dogzo.
The reason what makes it weird to me is that because the first time he hits it, the ball obviously spins in a direction that is going towards the player, right? Then he palms it again, and then the ball changes direction basically. So theoretically, the ball would have landed on the player's body at least, right?
Yeah, but
then obviously
the second touch wasn't a handball.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying though that the second touch is getting the ball towards the player. The third touch is him pushing the ball away.
The second touch took the ball away from the player. It was the third touch that cleared it far clearer.
Maybe I'm looking from.
You can look at the pictures. You can see Vicario on the second touch where his hand is equal with the line. Right, he's reaching backwards, and he takes the ball and he hits the ball. He doesn't hit it hard enough. He should have just swatted it the second time hard enough to clear it from the player, and he wouldn't have had a problem. The third touch, when he comes out and he kind of punches it sideways, that was a handball.
I'm gonna take this to a different conversation. Listen, guys, there's over 300 people here. I know there's boxing starting or something. I don't watch boxing, but listen, hit that like button, people. Let's get to 200 likes. The first target, guys, is for you to hit that like button and get us to 200 likes because it helps the channel, it helps the show, it helps each and every one of us here, guys. Right? So Vicario has been iffy this season. Iffy this season.
He was iffy last season.
No, he wasn't. He was good shot stopper last season.
No, he's good. He was a good shot stopper this season. He stopped. He had like fabulous saves even after doing the stupid crap that he did. But how many corner kick goals did he concede last season?
I think he looks less confident, compared to last season. Where I think
he was way less confident.
He looks a lot less confident. That's something I could see in the Arsenal game when it came to the corners. Even this game, there were times where you just look at me like he doesn't feel, I think, as comfortable as he once was when he had that back line.
The first 10 games of last season, he looked super confident, right? And that's because the whole
team
was
that's
confident.
what I was saying. Yeah,
But the second half of the season, he conceded something like 20 goals to set pieces or some crap.
Yeah, that's what Dio. I know that Dio was doing this on the back.
Yeah.
Because he's literally got.
It's clearly inside the box, right? Because it's in front of the player's head, and the player's head is in line with the box.
No.
Yeah, the player is looking at the ball. You're looking at from behind the thing. If the player's head, draw a straight line down the player's body from his head to the line, which is right in between his legs. He's looking forward at the ball, which means the ball is clearly inside the box in the second touch. The third touch,
basically the referee got it wrong. Inconsistencies.
Referee didn't get it wrong.
I'm saying he got it wrong. Let me land now, Will. Can I finish what I was saying? The referee got it wrong. There should have been a free kick there. The ball was touched outside the box. Inconsistent refereeing, again, as we've always complained about. It's the same thing we've complained about. Just because it's a smaller team, nobody's going to say anything about it. If this had happened to Tottenham and this was the other goalkeeper, you see every single Tottenham fan out here screaming blue murder.
Not true.
Screaming blue murder. No. You may not scream blue murder. You're not.
You said every Tottenham fan. I'm a Tottenham fan.
Well, maybe you're the exception, but the norm. The loud ones, we know them. They will be out there on Twitter.
Was that no true Scotsman fallacy there?
Yeah. So the bottom line for me is this is about the referees. This is about bad calls. This is about them making these stupid calls. Because honestly speaking, you make this type of call against a team that in a game where they need to win, and it makes them lose. It's annoying. It's annoying. If you're going to talk about Vicario, I still don't rate him like everybody rates him. I think all he does is he's an old school goalkeeper that can stop shots, finish. Everything else,
he's also really good at with the
everything
ball
else.
Speed.
Everything else. I think he's average at. I'm not saying he's terrible at. I think he's average at everything else. As regards to stopping shots, yes, I'll put him up there as an old school goalkeeper that knows how to do that. So yeah, this refereeing is abysmal. They need to get rid of these referees. This is why no British referee is actually going to ref in the next World Cup. There's not one English referee that is listed, except it has changed. The list has changed. That will be refereeing in the next World Cup. That's how bad the world sees them as well. So it's horrible. It's annoying. I mean, it's like, yeah, of course you want Tottenham to lose, but at the same time, you don't want them to lose. I mean, give the call and let these guys miss their free kick and let's call them a crap team that could not beat Tottenham. let's call them a crap team that could not take their chances and equalize. But don't take the opportunity away from them. So yeah, horrible refereeing, man. Horrible.
Referees for the 2026 World Cup haven't even been selected yet, man.
No, I said like I'm not saying selected as a finalist. I'm saying like they're not even considered. Go FIFA's website. Go look at what FIFA had said originally. They're not considering anybody. The last World Cup, how many of them were considered for it? How many English referees?
Anyway, this is beside the point. I just want now. Let's go back to the game now. Forget the big up everybody that is here, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Spurs though, Brennan Johnson shushed the fans. Is he shushing his own fans or is he shushing the Brentford fans?
Yeah, he's shushing his own fans.
His own fans.
He's shushing his own fans, mate.
It was weird, bro. If you guys haven't seen it, he scored the goal and he shot everyone in the stadium.
Well, apparently,
that is a strange behavior, in my opinion.
I think part of it is also.
But I'm not gonna only be here because I'm not here to just talk bad about Spurs. He scored a wonderful and a brilliant goal. That is the reality. It was an absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
I scored a great goal and missed two that were easier than the one he scored.
Wait 1 second. I was gonna say on the shushing thing though. I mean, I don't actually see anything wrong in shushing people because, like, if you're getting criticism, right, and you do something amazing, to say actually no, I'm not. It's the confidence he needs basically, and the best players in the world have an arrogance. Like Ronaldo would shush anyone if he wanted to. I'm not saying Brendan Johnson is Ronaldo. I'm saying the mindset of you guys are talking too much, and then I'm going to perform. Basically, whatever he does on the pitch is what he needs to be saying. But you remember, this was a guy who had to deactivate his Instagram because people were sending him abuse. He's well within his rights as a human being to also say, right, I've scored, settle down.
Yeah, but then if you're going to shush the crowd,
would you want your fan? Would you want your player to shush the fans at the Emirates, for example? If Martinelli scores, would you accept if Martinelli?
I don't know if I can accept that for Madrid, bro. If Madrid
let me say this.
I would actually crash out, bro. On him.
If I shit on the player all the time, and I shit on the player all the time, I hear Tottenham fans say. Some Tottenham fans say things like Brennan Johnson is not even a footballer. How dare they pay that amount of money for him? Who even brought this guy to our team? Like, I've heard all kinds of things. Now he scored 2 times in 2 games back to back. Regardless of whether you like the other tournament, whether you think it's Carabao Cup or you think it's FA Cup, he's played for the same team. He scored twice back to back. I've watched those games and I've seen that his confidence level is getting better. So if he's shushing them, he's well within his rights. If a player in Arsenal that I have been shitting on, if I have been crapping on that player consistently, now picks up consistency and scores 2 games back to back for me, and does this, I'll be quiet because you know what? I shot on you when you were down.
Can I ask you something? Did they criticize him rightfully or wrongfully?
Rightfully or wrong? Rightfully.
It's not that they were picking on him.
No. I hear you.
The guy literally was shit. We were. Dayo, let me finish. Dayo, let me finish, please. They were shitting on him. They were criticizing him for his atrocious performances. He wasn't performing good, and Spurs fans out of nowhere were criticizing the guy.
I hear
it doesn't mean that he scores 2 goals. You shush the fan that pay their money or watch you on TV. By the way,
now we want to be.
I am being serious. If Martinelli scores a goal tomorrow, would you? If this tomorrow's game, you scoring a goal does not negate how bad you were while getting paid.
Yeah, but
can I give it? I've got a good play example.
That is how.
Let me give you. Dayo, I've got a good play example for everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
In Tuchel's second season, the first 7 games, Havertz, was stinking up the place. Was one of our worst players. Was consistently getting booed, and then he scores a fluky goal against West Ham, and he starts shushing the fans. Would you accept that, in that situation?
Yes, but listen, Ahmed, wait, Dayo, wait. One second. There's a difference between criticizing and abuse. He had to deactivate his Instagram because he was getting abused. So, and that's where sometimes football fans we get so
cross the line.
We crossed the line.
But do you know? But
Ahmed, let him finish. Let him finish. That's what I wanted to say. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
We sit on a high horse, right? We watch the game. We say, "Oh, we have a right to abuse someone," right? Again,
100%.
You're not going to walk down the street and abuse someone and not expect a reaction.
100%.
The only reaction he can have is play on the pitch and react after he scores, however he wants to react. So if it's just a criticism, if you're saying he's not performing well, he should be dropped, that's different to him getting abused. My thing is just that
define abuse.
Abuse is if you go into Instagram, you're calling him all kinds of names that
going into his DM,
football.
telling him, I'm going to find you. I'm going to
FNC word, for example. You're FNC word, for example.
I'm going to find you. I know who your girl is.
Like,
blah, blah,
I hope you die in your sleep. I
No,
hope
no,
your
no,
wife
not
and
that,
kids
not
die
that.
like Arsenal fans do on
That's
my
basically,
Instagram.
yes, that's abuse.
I don't agree with that. See, I don't agree with that. I personally do not agree with that. Listen, for me,
I agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Don't say something that can get you punched in the face. That's me. Don't say something.
Yeah.
And
do you know what I would say to you,
Olu?
Yeah, you know what I would say to you, Olu, though? I feel like he should also, in his own right, one thing I would say, he needs to realize there's a difference between the abuse he's getting on Instagram, right? The criticism that he might be getting,
and the people sitting in the south stand.
Exactly, yeah. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. Ahmed.
Like, I get the shushing, but the point
Ahmed, let me ask you a question. You were not in the stadium, right? Ahmed, we were not in the stadium. I don't think
I'm not understanding.
None of us. I'm saying none. Well, I know I wasn't in the stadium. Let me speak for me. I wasn't in the stadium. I can only imagine what some fans were saying when they first saw his name in the lineup and when he started playing. I can only imagine what people say. But I've gone to games and I've heard people in the stadium use certain words to players. You've seen corner kicks and you hear the kind of things that they say. And then suddenly he scores and he does this. It's a human reaction because he must have heard something in the stadium as well, not just on Instagram.
But the thing is,
so you have to realize that there's a level of humanity as regards to these players as well.
Bro, I get it. Well, for example, yeah, when let's say my player does the shushing sign to like not a Chelsea fan, but like let's say to an opposition fan, because like of course he's probably gonna be getting abuse from them. That's like understandable, right? But I think when it's your own fans that you're doing that to, there needs to be some level of like separation because not all of those guys that are there are going to be the ones that are doing it, if that makes sense.
Look, I'm the Spurs fan here and I haven't even gotten to talk on this situation yet.
Go ahead.
So for me, I don't mind him shushing our fan base if he's actually going to take it up a notch and play well, right?
Exactly.
Don't mind it, right? Like, give us one, right? Like we were wrong. I got no problem saying that. For example, Son Heung-min shushed our own crowd, our own fans twice in the season that he got Golden Boot. Because around February, people were talking about he was done, he was dusted, he can't play anymore. He was getting a lot of abuse for missing like shots or whatever between January and February that year. So when he started coming back and he was literally in the lead for Golden Boot going into the last week and he scored goals, he was shushing people. But he deserved to shush people because he was the highest goal scorer in the league that year, right? So, but Brendan Johnson fluffs a shot just before the goals he scores that was identical to it, right? Identical situation, identical angle, identical shot, misses. Then he hits the second one, and then he misses a one-on-one with the goalkeeper that anybody should be putting away, almost as easy as Dominic Solanke's goal on the day, and he kicks it right at the goalkeeper at like half a mile an hour. You can't be shushing the crowd and then come in and blunder like that 15, 20 minutes later. You can't do it because you just look like a fool at that point. You do.
I agree.
Madison's been getting the same gruff. You didn't see him shush.
Yeah.
Dominic Solanke.
Yeah, Madison scored a brilliant goal. He didn't do anything, Madison. He just went and celebrated.
Took his shirt off.
But again, every players have got different ways of reacting to things. And
yeah,
like
100%.
My point about this, shushing the fan means not. It's a disrespectful gesture. You know that, especially your own fans. I get it if you're doing it for the opposition's fan. Right?
That's what I said.
If you're doing it for your own fans, it's a disrespectful for the fans that go week in, week out, or watch you on TV, by the way, wake up early, or watching Asia in early in the morning, and you haven't been putting in the performances that like you Spurs have lost games because you played. The team has been your team has been shut up because of this thing, because of your performance. And it's not only him. I'm saying him, Madison, Solanke, Son, everyone, right?
Yeah,
but for him to
target,
do that,
1 goal.
That is a problem. Again, my point about this.
Go ahead. The thing I'm still saying though is, I agree with you if the abuse didn't cross the line, and the thing is that the abuse has been crossing the line with him, right? And listen, I'm the same person. When Xhaka did what he did, and he told the fans to F off, I thought he was right to do so, because if I'm in the same situation as a human being, I'll tell all of you to F off as well, right? And then the thing that's so annoying with me is how fans are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Contradictory. One second they hate you, and the next second they're cheering your name, right?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, as a human being, you to sit there, to stand there, and of course you make mistakes as a football player. No football player is perfect, but when it starts to cross the line, I'm sorry, as a football fan, you have to be able to take it as well. You're not allowed to just say, I can say anything to you. Even if you're paying money to that person, it doesn't give you a right to say some of the things that get said to these fans. And then if they have a reaction, which, to be fair, shushing is not the worst thing he could have done. He could have stuck the middle finger up at every single one of them and said, F you. Of course, his Tottenham career would have ended then. But if a shush is rattling you as a fan, when you could call someone a 𝐔𝐬𝐿, the problem is more on you than it is on him.
Like I said, it doesn't rattle me as a fan. I think it makes him look stupid because then he goes and misses a goal that's easier than the one that he scored 15, 20 minutes later.
He does have
I think we also got it wrong here. I just looked at the video again. Brennan Johnson's goal, when he scored, the fans behind the goalpost and to the left of that were Brentford fans. They weren't celebrating. The people he was doing this to, he's turned his back. So it wasn't the
south stand. The away fans are on the other side, bro.
No. Look, I have the video. I can't just play it, but more. I'll send you a link right now. You can watch the video.
Don't play the video.
I said I'll send you.
I believe you. Then
watch it. Yeah.
Let's move on from Brennan Johnson. Let's move on. The performance of Spurs today looked more composed. Well, this is what I noticed today. Spurs were not pressing as high as what they did against Arsenal. Spurs looked more composed as Ange Postecoglou listened to the people, listened to the criticism. Spurs today, this is why Spurs today had a lot of counterattacks. Am I wrong? Well, you had a lot of transition play today instead of just pressing the opposition all the time. Am I wrong? Like today looked a little bit different than especially when you were behind, you still didn't press that high. You were a little bit more composed. That's what I noticed from Spurs.
I thought we pressed pretty dang high. I mean,
when you lost the ball, there was defensive plays that happened. People got behind the ball. Sometimes when they bypassed your press, you didn't leave a lot of spaces like you left against Arsenal. That's how I noticed it today.
Yeah, I think that they took more. I think there were more long balls. I'd have to look at the numbers to see if that's true or not, but it seemed that way. It seemed that ball from not only to Son making those runs in behind, but also Brennan Johnson, 𝐒𝐬𝐿 out wide on the right, Son on the left a couple of times. Those long balls from Bentancur, Romero, etc., seemed to be more than normal.
You had less possession than the opposition today for the first time under Ange at your stadium, right? Ever.
I don't think we had less overall, but I think we had
less.
You
had 48%, they had 52%. I just checked to actually see what I saw in the game. And that is what I mean. Ange Postecoglou might have listened and heard the fans, the criticism, the pundits, and everyone. And at home, you had less position than Brentford, which is unprecedented under him. If I'm not, I can't remember a game where Spurs had less position at home than the opposition. That is something new, actually, to you. That's very
we had more possession than City did when we played at our
ground. Everyone that came to the Spurs ground had less position than Spurs. This is the first time you had less position than the opposition. It's a good sign. I'm praising your manager. I'm not. It's a good sign. He's listening.
Isn't it just sometimes a game just sort of flows into that way where you
No, I'm telling you, Olu, when I was watching the game along with the other games, there were instructions where he actually, I saw them defend inside the 18 with 2 banks of 4. I've never seen this from Spurs, bro.
Is he ruined about his job then? That might be it.
I have seen Brennan Johnson, right, and Young-min Son defending in their half. I have not seen this at Spurs at all in their ground, bro.
Ange got the meeting. Ange got the warning.
But what I mean is that defending, I know this is not a criticism. Well, this is me praising the work ethics and the adaptability inside the game. That's a good sign. I think that's a very, very good sign for Spurs, actually. Because I believe if Spurs continue like this, you'll go places. If you keep doing this, let's all run after the ball after we lose it and keep running and play the highest line. I just looked at the stats. You had, number one, you had 3.5 XG, 6 big chances, people. 6 big chances, right? Because you had spaces, because you let Brentford come out at you. I know
don't
that,
think we
by
let
the
them
way.
come out as so they played a low block for the entire first half when we had all those chances. We just kept breaking them down. It was all those really good turns from 𝐒𝐬𝐿𝐵 and 𝐒𝐬𝐿𝐵 inside the box, and then going to the touchline and putting the ball back to the penalty spot. Which I said what we should be doing, rather than the random crosses across the face of goal that nobody's getting on the end of. But we just there was Maddison created a lot more opportunities today.
Hold on, are you
Son
happy
created
or
a lot-
not happy? Are you happy or not
I'm
happy
happy,
with
but
how you
we
change
played
the way
today.
you play? I want
I
to
don't think
understand.
we changed that much, though. I didn't see like I
From
wasn't
what
watching
I've
the game,
watched,
and I was like,
I thought you
man,
changed a
they're playing
little bit.
different.
I thought there was different approach in some plays, to be honest.
It just seemed to me that there was a more of an intensity to go forward rather than just recycle the ball.
Because you had spaces. That's how I see it, to be honest. But
I don't think we had any more spaces. But players, if you saw them, they would like feign like they were going to recycle the ball and then turn the opposite direction rather than make that pass that normally they do. They just recycle the ball. It just goes into the wing and then it comes back around to the Son, and then from Son back to Johnson, and then Johnson back to Son, and they just do that back and forth. But now at Maddison, he would like look like he was going to play the ball out wide to Son and then turn on the inside and was just beating him in and getting those spaces. And then they were playing those really tight balls into tight spaces, and 𝐒𝐬𝐿𝐵, which I'm going to tell you right now, people can say whatever they want about 𝐒𝐬𝐿𝐵. He's definitely not a good winger, but as a number 8, I think he's freaking fantastic. The ball sticks to his feet like he's got Velcro on his boots. And the guy makes turns and turns people inside that attacking third. Like I haven't seen anybody play for Tottenham in a long time. Christian Eriksen used to do it in his prime. Just saying. Like 𝐒𝐬𝐿𝐵 doesn't have the creativity, but when it comes to being able to hold the ball up and turn inside, the dude's fantastic.
My thing about Spurs is that I was asked by HUSAM this question: are Spurs a team that is in the picture to get top 4? HUSAM actually thinks that Man United have, and I want to hear everyone here, we all watch the Premier League. Do you guys think Man United have a bigger chance than Spurs to make top 4? HUSAM put Spurs at 9th or 8th or 10th.
No.
Guys, what do you guys think? Seriously, is the boxing started or something?
I think the main thing about Spurs has always been, the manager's tactics, right? Because has he been found out? Will it work? The attackers, etc., etc. But I feel like United are a work in progress right now, and I think with Spurs, maybe if Ant tweaks his tactics a bit more, I feel like Spurs are a bit more ahead than United. I don't know, man. I don't really think
they're only ahead because of the manager. But we've got a way better squad than them. That's what it is. Yeah, we do. We do have a better squad. Yeah, we do.
Our defensive line's better than yours. Our midfield's better than yours.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
Who has what?
United have a better squad than Tottenham. They just edge it with the manager. That's it. That's the only reason.
Hold on. Okay. I know we wanted to talk about Chelsea and I want to talk about United. Pedro Romero and Van de Ven, De Ligt and Lisandro Martinez. Who's taking who here from the rivals?
I'm taking Van de Ven over Lisandro right now.
And are you taking Romero over De Ligt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, you aren't going to be shameless and say De Ligt after 3 games.
You can't say De Ligt after 3 games. I don't even rate him.
Not yet. I like De Ligt.
Yeah.
I like De Ligt, but not yet.
Yes.
Ahmed, do you agree or you disagree?
Obviously, Tottenham centre-backs, have played longer with each other. So there's more of a reason to choose them. But quality-wise, they're not far off. In terms of experience and how much they've played together, you can say Tottenham, that's fine. But our fullbacks are better.
Your fullbacks aren't better.
Huh?
They are.
I'm not taking that better. None of them. But if you're comparing, if you're comparing Tottenham's fullback,
I know you aren't taking one of them.
I'll take Van de Ven.
Yeah, but you don't have to be different. You can just answer the question.
No. I'm answering the question now. I said I'll take remove the wax in your ear. I said I'll take Van de Ven.
He says he's not taking any of them.
I'll take Van de Ven.
Okay, Romero and De Ligt, who are you taking? If you're gonna get let me ask you. You get a bench tomorrow. Yeah. We're asking you to pick 2 defenders to be added to the squad. Don't play nothing. Okay? Who are you taking?
I'll take Romero and Van de Ven.
Of course. I think that's a given.
No, of course, because I think that's a given. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, for me, like it's about the football. It's about the football. There's not enough data for me with Delete.
Yes, thank you.
That's what I said, though. That's what I said. The only reason why you'd pick the Tottenham is because they played with each other more.
I know,
because he was a bum at Barcelona and got sold for pennies, dude. Come on.
There's many reasons outside the fact that, like, in the Premiership is different. So I haven't seen him play enough in the Premiership for me to be able to judge him. Lisandro Martinez, I will not take him because of his injuries from last season and the injuries before. He's in and out too many times. So Romero has
nowhere the defender.
I'll be real. Lisandro has lost a little bit of himself as well.
He's lost a little bit of it, yeah. So he doesn't look like the guy
also,
that he was.
Lisandro is a violent defender and he goes to injure people instead of
like, did you see Crystal Palace today, guys? Like,
violent.
He did. Brother was jumping into the player, bro.
It's just Argentinians for you.
Romero doesn't.
Romero does.
Dude got his first red
card.
Hold on.
No. I am very consistent. Romero and Lisandro Martinez, they leave a foot out. I know these types of players. They are aggressive defenders, but also they have this extra bozo thing. No one jumps for the tackle like what Lisandro Martinez did today.
Bro, have we not seen Ramos?
That is not the sport of football. That is not the sport of football.
Have we not seen?
What the fuck, bro? Romero as well, bro.
Ahmed, there's a difference between there's a difference in a player that is active in the dark arts, and then there's a player that is just completely out and out dangerous.
Bro, he lost his head completely, bro. That is similar to a punch that missed. By the way, you know when some players like try to punch somebody and they miss. I think that jump for the ball should have warranted. That is the definition of a reckless tackle, right?
It's a reckless
Guys,
tackle.
I don't know. Have you seen it, Olo? Did you see the tackle?
There's a picture.
Bro, I have not seen something like this in my life. Romero in his which is I am someone who says a lot of stuff about Romero, and Will knows this. Ahmed, you do the ahwa with us, both of you guys, right? Romero leaves the studs up when he tackles. That is different than what Lisandro did today. That is weird, bro. You need to be studied, bro. You need to do that. That is weird, bro. How would you jump with two legs like this?
The thing about it as well is that you can see the exact moments happening as he was you see him thinking, right, I'm going to jump in. It's like there was a look on his face almost of like I'm going to go in hard, and then he was surprised that the ref called a foul. I mean, literally 2-3 centimeters more, he's stepping on that player's legs with 2 feet.
Cameron his leg,
bro. He breaks his leg, bro.
Would have got a leg break there, bro. Cameron would have got a leg break there.
If the guy didn't take his leg out, leg is broken, bro.
Bro, cooked.
How would you jump like this? Is a bozo moment. That Ahmed, you're not gonna defend it, Ahmed. You're not. But anyway, going back to the Man United.
Yeah, there we go.
What the fuck is this not, bro? This is not the sport of football, bro. This is not.
He thinks he's jumping into the ocean, bro. He thinks he's jumping into the ocean, bro.
Like that, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what I've seen? If you watch anime, that's what you see right there when guys are jumping off.
You know what that's what it looks like, bro? Yeah. If you just do like a little bit like 30 degrees, that looks like a wrestling. What's it called? Yeah, jumping. What's it called? Kick, bro.
It looks like what Ted Lasso when you had the. You remember that scene in Ted Lasso?
Yeah. I don't
even and double foots the guy right in the chest and knocks him into the goal.
I think that nickname, the Butcher, is getting to his head now finally, and he's actually thinking.
You know what it is though? Man,
such a stupid move.
Yeah, that was weird. But anyway, going back, the fullbacks, Mazraoui is better than Pedro Porro. Not in a million years. Not in a million years.
Both our fullbacks are better than Tottenham.
Not in a million years, Ahmed.
I actually think Mazraoui is talented, but I think Pedro Porro is just showing more as of currently in the EPL. It's as simple as that.
Dalot and Mazraoui are both better.
And also, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're gonna say Dalot as right back, I'll give it to him.
Yes.
But even Dalot at left back, I'll take you. Don't get left back.
Dalot's quality.
That is what you're doing.
And I don't even rate Udogie, but I would take Udogie over.
But Dalot's not a left back. I think your manager need to play Dalot at right back because he offers way more at right back. In the midfield, Kobe Mainoo would get in, like no shadow of a doubt in my mind, to be honest. Casemiro, Ugarte, Christian Eriksen.
Eriksen's been quality for us as well.
Christian Eriksen, come on, dude. That guy's been dusted for years.
We can't do Eriksen in this midfield, bro. We can't actually do Eriksen.
Come on, you've got James Madison.
Way to be honest,
better than anybody they got up there.
Eriksen has played just 4 games for you this season. That'll be 3 games.
You know what we should ask, guys? You know what we should ask?
I would take would be Mainoo would be good, and then you have maybe Casemiro.
No, maybe it's not. Maybe Casemiro walks in.
I'll take this move over Casemiro.
Casemiro is just as unreliable.
I will still
as Bissouma and Bentancur.
I still take Bissouma over Casemiro, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah, man.
This is just like United.
No, because
It's not even Man United. It's not even United. You want this to more life, more energy. You know what I mean? That's
but also, listen. The thing about it is this, right? We can't do Casemiro because when we talk about Casemiro, we tend to talk about what he did with Real Madrid. When we talk about Casemiro now, the player that he is now, he's not like if he gets into a running match against anyone, he just looks out of place.
That's
and
not
it's not like
that's not Casemiro though.
No, but
that's not on Casemiro. You're talking about. You're talking about. You're talking about.
If he has to run, he makes a mistake.
Yeah, but you guys running. Yeah, you're talking about a structural problem, and you're blaming that on Casemiro.
Yes.
We're talking about based on quality. Based on quality.
That's the point.
Quality. Yeah, Casemiro is. If you're going to compare him to Tottenham CDM, he's better than all of their CDMs, and it's a fact.
Bro. See, but
I don't know why we're arguing.
You're talking about prime Casemiro, bro.
I'm not
you are talking about prime Casemiro from the first year United. You're talking about Casemiro from year 1, year United. The Casemiro that we're seeing currently, bro.
He's had good games
last year and this year has not been good at all.
He's had good games this season as well. So what are you talking about?
So Ahmed, can I say this?
He's had good games for us.
Can I say this? He's had a few good games for you, but not a lot of games. There's no consistency.
Hold
on. I'm saying even from last season, he had a couple of 1 or 2 good games, and every other game was terrible. What we're saying is, Casemiro in his first season looked very good. He's on the decline, and even you and other Manchester United fans have said he's on the decline and have asked for 𝐒𝐤 and asked for all kinds of.
So one player, one season.
No. So we're talking. Listen, so we're talking about currently speaking right now. If I had to go play a game tomorrow based on form. Based on what I've seen, who am I going to take? Like, it's not just because I think that you have the potential.
Thank you, Dayo.
Based on form.
It's tomorrow.
I'm putting a team to play tomorrow, and I know the form that you're in. It's not going to be based on how good you were 2 seasons ago or how good you were last week. And I've said the same thing. Like, if I had to pick a team right now, it's based on form because I'm playing tomorrow. So it's like, who's on form? Come out here and give me a reason to win. So, yeah.
Okay, you can say that, but that you just waffled in it. So Casemiro would walk in.
Casemiro, how would we walk in? How?
He walks in. We walks in.
Walk in.
He walks in. Like you guys are just talking about like he's finished and all these nonsense here.
So you don't think Casemiro's finished?
No, he's not finished. He's
bro, you played better with Eriksen than Casemiro, bro. Casemiro doesn't do anything anymore.
That doesn't mean anything if we didn't play with Casemiro because there's been games when we played with Casemiro and
he's awful and you looked awful.
Again, the first 2
games you've played with Casemiro where he's literally lost.
Ahmed, bro, yeah. What if Casemiro is so good, yeah, and he's so informed and can still be usable? Why is he not starting?
That's on the manager.
I think the conversation there. I think the conversation. You see how quiet. You see how quiet got Ahmed after that question.
No one's getting quiet.
That is the answer to the question. That was the answer to the question.
No one's getting quiet about it. No one's getting quiet about it because he's.
But listen, bro. Let's be realistic.
Not playing a game yet. Not playing a game, and then not playing a game doesn't mean anything. We didn't play with Casemiro. Hold on. Okay, remember that game? Yeah. That game when we played against Liverpool.
Casemiro is finished. Don't worry, mate.
Casemiro right now hasn't got the skills to pay the bills, bro.
Ahmed, don't worry.
Skills not to pay the bills. Like, what is this?
AJ lost.
Okay, I have a question. For the panel and everyone. I have a question for the panel and everyone. Who are you taking, Maddison or Bruno Fernandes? Honest answer,
guys. Same thing.
Can I hold on? I want to chat, everyone. Who are you taking, Maddison or Bruno Fernandes? And look, watch this. Red Line Teranga. Once again, Mr. Bean versus SpongeBob sittings with them. Madison. Spurs and Man United. That's what he's saying. Fantastic. To be honest, Jay Finn is saying, let me just do this. Fans have no right to tell a player your family needs to die. Yeah, absolutely. And then say the player is wrong to have a reaction.
Yeah.
But again, this is a handful of fans.
Yeah.
We never disagree with this, Jay.
Yeah.
But also, you can't just say that a player can shush their friends. But I get your point. There has to be. I'm all about people identified and being banned for comments like this, because nobody should be getting comments like that. No one,
bro.
No one. So Jay, I get your point, but he's not shushing the people that told him this. People are saying Maddison, which is Bruno.
It's 2 sides of the same coin to me, man. Both of them. Like it's like 2 sides of the same coin.
Flip a coin, doesn't matter.
It's the same player.
Will completely turned on Maddison.
It's the same player.
He hasn't been consistent. Look, I call it how it is. I don't care if you play for Tottenham or not. I tell the truth, right? Because Maddison's been inconsistent. I think he's played well this season, but who knows? The problem with Maddison is you never know which Madison's going to show up. Right? First half of the season, Madison, or second half of the season, Madison? Which one's coming? We don't know.
That's really the issue as well. Like,
I'm not really a Bruno. I'm not
Bruno
really.
Fernandes is the same way.
Bro, Bruno, man, he's moving like Rashford, bro. Once he got the
I'll be honest, yeah,
contract secured, it's time to go on holiday, bro. That's what he's done, bro. Bruno, bro.
Everyone knows my stance on Bruno Fernandes, despite him playing in my own team. I don't really rate him that highly, to be honest. So if it's about choosing between the two, yeah, I'm not too fussed about if Maddison walks into this team. If we're talking about reliability, yeah, then obviously Bruno starts bare games because he doesn't
get 𝐔𝐬𝐶 or Solanke.
𝐔𝐬𝐞 is way better than Solanke, and it's not even a comparison.
I'm sorry.
He's way better than him. 𝐔𝐬𝐶 is way better than him, yeah, because he's got way more to his game. He's got way more to his game, yeah. And when it's true though, I don't know why you guys are like, what? What's happening?
No.
Can I ask you a simple question, Ahmed? Would you take 𝐔𝐬𝐶 or Nicholas Jackson?
Nicholas Jackson, because he's obviously done more in it. So Nicholas Jackson. But
I'm sorry,
Solanke?
So hold on. So you think actually Nicholas Jackson is better than 𝐔𝐬𝐶? Better. So you think Nicholas Jackson is better? So you think Nicholas Jackson is better than 𝐔𝐬𝐶, better than Solanke as a striker?
𝐔𝐬𝐶 is better than Solanke, and Nicholas Jackson's better than what's his name? Than Solanke, yeah.
I'm sorry. 𝐔𝐬𝐶 looks like he plays in slow motion. He's always.
You got Jesus, so you can't say anything. But anyway, like I said,
how does that? How does it? Wait, sorry.
Let me tell you something about 𝐔𝐬𝐶. Let me tell you something about 𝐔𝐬𝐶.
Ahmed, stop. That is not.
Let me say something.
Casemiro is finished.
Ahmed, no, wait. Sorry.
Dio's pushing 60, but he's being held.
Casemiro is finished.
Ahmed, that is
we need to listen to each other. We need to listen to each other.
Just listen to me. That is no response. If I say 𝐔𝐬𝐶 actually plays in slow motion, you saying
what does that mean? Because you're just waffling here. Because did you watch the okay, let me tell you something. Yeah? This is how I know you haven't watched the games. This is how I know, yeah, you guys haven't watched the games. Today he was fine, and last game he was our best player as well. Just because he's not scoring.
I think 𝐔𝐬𝐶, Ahmed, I will.
One second. 𝐔𝐬𝐶, yeah, is a player where even if he's not scoring goals, he can still pull out a 9 out of 10 performance. The goals is just an extra addition to his game. But when you're talking about player for player and who offers more to the team, 𝐔𝐬𝐶 can offer more. He can drop in deep. He can offer more to the game. He can create chances. Even today's game, look how many chances he was creating. Solanke is very reliant on service. 𝐔𝐬𝐶 isn't reliant on service. So he can also get goals and also affect the team's performance. Solanke cannot do that. He cannot.
I think what Ahmed is saying, I think what Ahmed is saying is valid, but the issue is, bro, you know, the striker right now is going to be looked at for DNA purposes, bro.
DNA purposes, one goal.
Yeah, but wait, bro. The problem is 𝐔𝐬𝐶 last season, almost like at Bologna. From watching him, I think he scored something like 12 goals in the league. Solanke has scored 19. Solanke is impacting the game from a DNA aspect, but as of right now, bro, you know. 𝐔𝐬𝐶, bro, he's really just a 9.5, bro.
This is 𝐔𝐬𝐶's first season as well in the Premier League. So you're saying
okay, Ahmed, listen, Ahmed, we're
triggered for no reason.
Ahmed, listen.
Who's triggered? No
reason. Ahmed, listen.
For no reason.
Ahmed, we're comparing
you watched 𝐔𝐬𝐶 2 times and then you're like, oh my God, 𝐔𝐬𝐶 is better than Solanke.
Yeah,
he's one of the best strikers in the Premier League last season.
Ahmed, we're comparing 2 teams here. We said Manchester United team and the Tottenham team. And we said we're going to pick who we think is the best. And let's be realistic about it, right? Let's just be realistic. In the Premiership, you can say 𝐔𝐬𝐶 has the ability, the talent, and you see it in him, and he drops back and he offers more. You can say all of that. But Solanke has proved last season in the Premiership that he can bang goals. Solanke has also started this season. Fine, he just started. I mean, after missing a couple of games and whatever it is, has looked good and has started banging in goals already. So we know there's a consistency with Solanke. If again, this question was based on if tomorrow I have to field the team, I'm not going to field the team based on potential. I'm going to field it based on 1, availability, and 2, capability, what you're able to do. And I think
capability. Capability.
And I think in the Premier, hold on, listen. And I think that in the Premiership, Solanke will bang more goals from me if I build a team around him than me trying to work with 𝐔𝐬𝐶 right now immediately. I'm not saying 𝐔𝐬𝐶 cannot become a better striker than Solanke, but Solanke has already proved it to me from last season and continues this season. So I'll pick Solanke. That'll be who I'll pick.
You can pick Solanke, that's fine, but I gave my reasons and why 𝐔𝐬𝐶 is a better player. You guys just have sample size, or he's done it in the Premier League. Okay, so how can you? So if you want to go by that aspect, yeah, this is his first season anyway. So like you're using Solanke.
I'm gonna tell you that I like 𝐒𝐬𝐞 Ahmed. Can I ask you questions for real about football? Okay, no, it's about football. As a number 9, is 𝐒𝐬𝐞 as a number 9 better than Solanke? Forget the ability and passing and dribbling and all this shit. Okay, you're choosing a fucking number 9 tomorrow to be in the box to score goals. 𝐒𝐬𝐞, forget about link up play, mink up play. Are you choosing Solanke or 𝐒𝐬𝐞?
I'm still choosing
as a number 9.
Yes, as a number 9. 100%.
With the majority of Man United fans today, the reaction is we are really intrigued to see 𝐒𝐬𝐞 in the 10 and have Rasmus Hojlund up top. You guys know that was the consensus today, because they actually think that 𝐒𝐬𝐞 is better, and we created a lot of chances because 𝐒𝐬𝐞 drops deep. 𝐒𝐬𝐞 is a talented footballer, but 𝐒𝐬𝐞 isn't a number 9. And it's very obvious the way he plays football.
Okay, let me tell you something.
That's not Ahmed. I just wanted you to understand. That's not me dissing him. That is me describing him, right? Solanke cannot do half what 𝐒𝐬𝐞 does with the ball. But Solanke is a better number 9. simple. Cross the ball,
so let's just say this, yeah. So Solanke is a better goal scorer. That is a fact, 100%. 𝐒𝐬𝐞 as an overall player, yeah, he offers more, right? But in terms of
that doesn't no. That is wrong statement, Ahmed. That is wrong statement.
In terms of
goal scoring ability, it's part of being a footballer like Haaland.
Okay. Are there not going to be times in games, yeah, where the striker is not going to get? Hold on. There's going to be times in games, yeah, where the striker isn't always going to get their chances, right? Correct. So
100%.
Okay, so I'm talking about long-term and different types of styles of teams that you're going to come across. A player like 𝐒𝐬𝐞, yeah, even if he's not getting the goals, he will still offer something to the team. He can, for example, he might not get the goal, but he might set up the goal for the other winger. I'm talking about.
Ahmed, let me ask you a question. Ahmed, there's a question.
I want him to land. Let him land, and then you respond.
When I look at a striker, yeah, I look at how many weapons they have in their game to hurt the defense. With Solanke, if he gets the chance, he's scoring. But other than that, it's out. He's not going to do anything else.
Okay, so that's it. So Ahmed, would you take Haaland over 𝐒𝐬𝐞? Because Haaland does the same thing Solanke does, just in a better way. Haaland is just more.
Haaland is way better.
No. Hold on. No. Listen. But that's what. See, this is the problem here. You can't be this disingenuous.
Dio, can I back your point slightly, bro? If I may, please, let me back your point slightly, yeah? You know, so I think it was Mo who mentioned Jackson. Jackson basically does what your boy does better and more efficiently and scores more.
How many seasons has Jackson's played for Chelsea, by the way?
Jackson was even the second one. But he was doing that also he did that at Villarreal as well.
Forget about because he did have Bologna as well. Forget about Villarreal and Bologna.
You won't let me finish my question so you can answer. You won't let me finish my question so that you can answer.
I want Ahmed. Can you let Dio finish and then Ahmed talk?
Yeah. So the question to you is: so would you take just a pure 9 striker, somebody who can put the ball in the back of the net, over? You said you take 𝐒𝐬𝐞 over any pure 9 striker, basically, because that's what Solanke is.
No, the comparison was him or Solanke. Let's not.
I know. Hold on. Then you described Solanke. You said
you're talking about Harry Kane or Haaland. I'm taking Harry Kane.
Let me finish. I'm going based off what you said. You said that because 𝐒𝐬𝐞 has more things to offer and more in his toolbox than Solanke. Solanke is a player who, if he doesn't get fed the ball, he doesn't really do much. He doesn't offer the team much. And I said there's games where Haaland has touched the ball 3 times only, and he doesn't offer much in the game, but he just puts those 3 chances away. He doesn't touch the ball any more than that. So if that is the kind of player I look for, I said if I give you Haaland and I give you 𝐒𝐬𝐞, who would you take?
I'm still taking 𝐒𝐬𝐞. Because I'll tell you why.
At this point, guys, we're not dealing with. We're not dealing right now. We're not dealing with a rational person with Ahmed right now. Ahmed is. But the reason why I say that, is because Ahmed should realize, and I've watched 𝐒𝐬𝐞 at Bologna. 𝐒𝐬𝐞 for me, he's not even like a number 9. I would even argue at times.
If a false 9.
In my past, he's a top. Yeah, because he's in the box presence. By the way, it's not even that great in my past. Like when he's in the box, you can't really feel that brother's presence a lot of the time. He's great when he's building up play and moving stuff around. I agree with that aspect, bro. But I think for me, he needs another guy next to him. He's a shadow striker essentially. He's a shadow striker. That's the best way to use it.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Anthony Joshua got knocked out in the 5th round.
Leg in the air, pause. Leg in the air, man. Pause.
I don't know
Bad
boxing,
boxing.
so I don't care.
I know, but really bad.
Oliver,
I'm sorry, a Nigerian brother.
Round three, round one,
Anyways,
knocked out. Round three,
Who
knocked out.
watches boxing here? Who watches who's watching the boxing while the show is going?
Oh,
Dayo,
no,
you were watching the boxing?
I wasn't watching.
Ahmed, you were watching the boxing?
No.
Well,
No.
and
I don't watch
Olu, you
boxing.
were watching the. So Ahmed and Olu were watching the boxing.
No,
it was in
I've
the
got it on
background.
the side, didn't it? I've got it on the side, but my stream's lagging.
Yeah.
I've got-
I'm lagging because you're
I've
streaming
got
the
to-
boxing.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't watch
hey.
boxing at all. I stopped watching
Nah.
that thing.
I heard it. No, so see,
Betting
what-
and
I
scripted,
don't
bro.
do-
It's all scripted, bro. Scripted.
here's what I'm gonna
Bro,
what I'm gonna-
boxing is scripted, bro. Don't
What
tell
I'm
me
gonna-
otherwise. It is absolutely scripted, bro.
Not
what
all
I'm
of them.
suffering
Not
from
all
is-
of it.
What I'm really suffering from is shiny new toy syndrome, right? New players coming to his team, and he has to defend him to the ends of the hills, right?
New players. He's been defending all his players.
I know, but yeah, that's what I mean. But every time they get a new player, United, he always defends him, right? He always defend. He never says the negative until a year later, and he goes, "They're all trash," or it's.
That's how I know he's not like.
If Højlund did not get
I
injured,
hate this
Zexi will not be playing.
notion. I
You
hate
know that,
this
right?
notion when
Zexi will be coming
someone
off the
says an
bench.
opinion. When someone says an opinion, and the response from anyone is like, "You haven't watched him. You haven't been watching Liverpool. You
Exactly.
haven't been
No, I'm
watching
saying he's not
Spurs.
watching me.
You
He's not watching me. I'm talking about me.
Oh,
me,
okay.
My opinion.
I've
Yeah.
seen, fine. But
Okay, how dare you haven't watched Ahmed talk, akhi?
We do
Wallahi,
watch
you're a
Ahmed
fraud.
because we're like
I know,
literally
right?
on the same show with him at least
I
twice a
know.
week.
Yeah, man. You know, at this point, man, I don't even know why we talk about United.
Literally, Olu has been on every single Rivals Rumble for the last 6 episodes with you, bro.
Yeah, but them
I know-
headphones are clearly not making him listen though. Like,
Oh,
you get
here we go.
Ahmed,
They're
can I
not
ask-
listening. Listen,
Ahmed,
guys.
can I ask
Listen,
you a
guys.
question? Ahmed, can I ask you
Yeah,
a
go
question?
on.
If Højlund was not injured, do you think you guys would be playing Xerxes? I think genuinely, do you think
No.
that,
I think this manager rates Højlund more than Xerxes, and he's only playing him because of like there's no other option. And also Mason Mount is injured. I think he likes Højlund way more, 100%.
okay,
But-
okay. Now I was just asking because that means that everything that he's doing now, all the work he's putting in, I think if Højlund gets back from injury, they're going to put him back on the bench.
If you look at the
Wallahi,
Yeah,
we
go on, bro.
deserve medals. 55 minutes, and we haven't mentioned Arsenal, Chelsea, or
Chelsea.
Liverpool.
Yeah, why are we not talking about
Wallahi al-Azim, this
Is
show-
it
You don't want to
today?
keep us
And
released.
hold on.
Chelsea.
And we maintained 600 people. For the people that say, Mo, you only talk about Chelsea and Arsenal
Why
every
would we talk about
stream.
Arsenal? Bro?
Every
They didn't play
stream, you
today.
Mo. You only 55 minutes. And hold on. I have Dayo, who has the biggest Arsenal propaganda probably on the internet, and I have Olu, who also talks about Arsenal. I have 2 Arsenal fans, and for 55 minutes, you frauds, we have not mentioned Arsenal or Chelsea or Liverpool once. You
Come on, let's
frauds. Go ahead.
I'm confused. It's a United section. I got sidetracked. What's going on?
Exactly, because people are like, oh, Mo, you only do streams where you talk about Arsenal.
Okay, so we can talk
Fine.
about United. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about United.
No,
Also-
we are talking about freaking United.
So why is everyone crying
finishing,
then? Why is everyone
finishing
crying?
9th United,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, talk about your draw, man. Let's talk about the fact you drew the game, mate. Is it just a process or
Are you a
like,
negative fan or you're a positive fan? You're going to see the positives
Mm.
today.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
a negative fan?
Mm.
Are you a negative fan? Are you going to see only the negatives? Or are you going to be
What's
a
the- can I-
positive fan for
Can I ask you a
long?
question, Ahmed? What's the difference between Poch ball and Ten Hag ball? That's all I'm saying.
You see my
I was
kids,
watching that game and I
Ahmed.
was thinking, I thought I was watching last season again, Chelsea, bro. I swear to you, I thought I was watching Chelsea last season again last season, bro. That, I guess when I was watching United. today.
No,
But
but
at
no,
least
wait,
you haven't,
no.
Man United haven't lost, guys, for 3 games and scored 10 goals and conceded zilch.
But you know what it is though.
Come on, mate, come
Allah,
on,
you deserve
Come on,
this,
mate.
bro.
come on, mate,
10
come on.
goals and conceded zilch under Ten Hag. 3
Well
games.
done.
And still on zero.
Bro,
And still
Ten
on zero
Hag
goal
record,
difference.
bro.
Then how
That's like
record,
10
man.
goals, bro.
Yeah.
Still on zero.
Bro, wallahi, I
will
went
never
to check the table after the game to see what Olu's gonna say. They are still on 0 goal difference.
I can't believe it, bro.
Wallahi al-azim, it's ridiculous.
All those
No
goals.
way.
0 goal
Yeah,
difference is
10
fucking
goals
crazy,
and
bro.
0 big is actually crazy.
No, but
man.
zero is an improvement from -1 last season. You know, normally when you're on 0, it will
So
be
plus
well.
one, plus one, plus one.
Well,
No,
that's
just-
what-
You
yeah.
are fucking lose every single Man United subscriber on this channel. Every single Man United subscriber on this channel is never gonna watch me again.
You got to be able to take it, bro. You got to be able to take the ban.
But that's progress, Ahmed. You guys have come from -1 to 0.
Listen, you just drew last game, by the way. You settled down, by the way. You just drew last
hopefully
game.
won.
You're not doing too better, by the way. This
I
guy
drew
lost. This guy drew to Atalanta, by the way, getting outplayed by Cuadrado, who's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Where was your
I knew Ahmed was waiting for that one.
Where was your Starboy Saka, by the way? You're limping again. Do the limp impression again. I did that last stream. I'm not going to do it again.
Are you done?
Listen.
Sorry, guys.
Are you done? No, hold on. Please hold on.
Go on.
Hold on. So, are you finished, Ahmed?
Your club's finished.
No, he can go for. Ahmed can go forever, bro. If you
want to know,
he can go forever, bro. Ahmed can go forever.
Tomorrow midnight if you want. I
want to know if Atalanta is what
tomorrow midnight.
I want to know if Atalanta is what his problem is. His problem is right now. Which one are you playing? Who are you playing? Say the name of the team that you're playing.
What's he talking about, by the way?
What team are you playing? What in Europe?
20. They're playing
20 Netherlands team.
You're playing the 2020. Who call their name again? I don't think anybody
20.
knows.
What is the problem?
I don't think anybody knows who they are. At least we were playing the last.
And I don't think the people that do the
and guess what? That's him Europa champion, right? Who actually destroyed the Bayern Leverkusen unbeaten run? Who went on to wipe Liverpool in that same stadium? I went there and I took a point away and I walked away from there. So you can call my draw a loss, but your draw in the Premiership, in the Premier League, guy.
Sorry, I just want to say, outside Mo, because obviously he supports an Italian club, put your hands up if your team is on the first page of the Premier League standings.
You know, they're only 3 points ahead of
United.
United.
What's the first page?
So you get the top 10. You know, if you have to look in the.
Let's give Arteta, by the way, the top 10 club. Go on. Let's go on the first page.
Ahmed, you can put your hand up.
Ahmed, you can put your hand up.
Let's give him that trophy, by the way.
I know it's a new thing for you. I know it's a new thing.
You're back. I know you're back. But you see,
listen, man. Boys, I'm back. I'm back. You know what I mean? Listen, I want to talk about Chelsea, man. I don't want to talk about my team right now. You know,
I want to talk about Chelsea. We're gonna talk about Chelsea, but I want Ahmed to talk about Man United first. See, because you know what, guys, can we get to 300 likes on the show? Because I want to see the approach. Because hear me out, guys. If you watch Man United fans now, it's either they hate the club or they're positive. I want to see if Ahmed is going to be objective and actually talk about what happened actually in the game.
Yeah, what happened in the game, is that we missed about 3-4
big
chances.
Negative.
Yeah, but it's true. Bro, what positive is to talk about the game? You
don't think there were positives today about Manchester United?
I mean, what's it called? We couldn't.
No, you're not being objective here.
No, but I'm saying, did we not create loads of chances? We created chances in the first.
Positive. You controlled Crystal Palace away from home. Not a lot of teams do that. You limited their chances. Onana had a great game. De Ligt looked good. Mazraoui looked all right. You created plenty of chances. You were just unlucky. Yes, he made some subs. But again, he was good today. He was ballsy, as Staffy said, dropping both Ugarte and Casemiro to control the midfield, and he went like Liverpool.
Well, what's good?
That is positive.
Yeah, but what good is that? Yeah, if, for example, you've got Eriksen and Kobe in the midfield, and that's fine. No, let me just say something. Yeah, we did play better. We did play better, and we did control the game. Of course, we did. Yeah, and there's no negatives in that aspect. But the thing is, what good is that? If in the 75th minute you're going to sub off our best player, 2 best players, and then you're going to bring on 2 other players, and we were way worse, and then Palace made way more chances. Because if you look at it, the only reason why we had control of the game is because we had Eriksen in the midfield, and obviously 𝐒𝐬𝐞 was creating chances for �garnacho. �garnacho could have scored that. It was unlucky by him. He couldn't do much. He hit the bar. And what's it called? Bruno, that guy, I don't know how he survived that game. He was arguably the worst player on that pitch. My problem is that even when we're playing well, you can say we played well, we created chances, and we were more dominant, but his man management and his subs just made it worse. That's the reason why we couldn't get the 3 points, because obviously we didn't bury the chances that we created. The substitutions were awful, and the last thing is that's it. Those are the 2 things.
But can I ask you a question, Ahmed? Though, is it? Listen, we can obviously talk about the subs, but the reality is, bro, you should have scored.
100% we should have won that game.
Yeah, so is that really on Ten Hag then? It's not really on Ten Hag if the players can't put the ball into the back of the net.
Obviously, us missing chances ain't on the manager. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But the thing is, what's on the manager is the substitutions, because we had momentum, for the first 60 minutes, first hour we were fine. We were perfectly fine. I wasn't complaining. It was just burying the chances, But my issue is that why change something that was working? Who was to say that we couldn't score in the 75th minute or the 80th minute, or we kept going? Why did he have to make those substitutions? He took off 𝐒𝐬𝐿, and then he kept on Bruno, and he brought Rashford. What did Rashford do, by the way? That he did. I don't understand that. Yeah, he dropped him, which was a good thing, but I don't know, bro. Like,
no. But I thought people were telling me, people were telling me that what's it called? Rashford, now he scored a goal against Southampton, scoring against Barnsley. Purple patch is back. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I thought he was gonna score this game,
bro. All I'm saying is that if they want to talk about Ten Hag is making improvement, then I don't know.
You know what the problem is? All these wins, he's gonna win against Venti, right? He's gonna stay, and he might win against Spurs. If you win against Spurs on the counter attack, on transition, all the stuff, he's gonna stay, no matter what. He's gonna stay.
I'm gonna tell you why they won't beat us, right? And this is why. Crystal Palace had 9 shots in that game. Not on target, just 9 in total. And yet they had 4 big chances. Your defense leaks big chances like we leak counterattacks over the top. And if you give us those big chances, we will outscore you. We will outscore you. Guaranteed. We will outscore you. If you allow us only 9 shots before big chances, we will outscore you.
Exactly.
And also, I think that, again, I come back to the midfield. I see Man United midfield game run through a lot easier than Spurs is, and that's, for me, that's just the long and short of it. United have got.
Do you see 𝐒𝐤𝐿 when he came on, guys?
That's all I did.
That's what I have to say. You know what I mean? They listen. 𝐒𝐤𝐿 when he came on.
I know you hate 𝐒𝐤𝐿 though. I know that.
Listen, all I'm saying, I'm noticing already, bro. Like he started good initially, but then towards the end, they were on that guy, bro. And
it was the wrong sub to make, because we were controlling the game perfectly fine with Eriksen. You don't bring someone like 𝐒𝐤𝐿 who essentially is just gonna run around.
But it was very obvious that he wanted assurances in front of the defense. It was very obvious that he wanted assurances, because Crystal Palace started to break your midfield down and play between the lines. And Christian Eriksen, the legs were gone. So he had no option other than it's either you bring on 𝐒𝐤𝐿 or Casemiro, and he chose 𝐒𝐤𝐿. That was the right sub, Ahmed. People just want to banter Ten Hag. They were starting to break your midfield down and
100%.
actually figuring out. So you needed that DM.
Okay.
Him playing well or not is a completely different story, right?
He could have.
That stuff was the right one.
Okay, but you know what should have been the right one? Okay.
I'm talking tactically here and no banter, nothing. Okay,
that's fine. That's
First
fine.
time on this show.
That's fine. But what he could have done, is we can all see that Bruno wasn't having a good game, correct? He was having an awful game. Every pass was misplaced. Everything was wrong today. Eriksen was playing in a pivot. If you wanted to take off Eriksen to have more defensive assurance here, what you could have done, is put Eriksen in Bruno's position in the 10 and put 𝐒𝐤𝐿 with Kobe. Because with Bruno's passing, every time in the final third, his execution was horrible. At least with Eriksen, you minimize the defensive actions from him and you play him further up.
Yeah, here's the problem with that. Bruno Fernandes is a lot like 𝐒𝐤𝐿. They just have like an Energizer battery, dude. Yeah, but they never lose their legs. So that's why these guys play the full 90 minutes, because they just run nonstop. Like 𝐒𝐤𝐿 doesn't get subbed off all the time when he's playing like trash out on the wing. The difference is that guy can run for 90 minutes nonstop.
Exactly. I was going to say that. That's the thing. It's like it's always simple to look at it from this player is creative, that player is not creative. So we just drag and drop, right? But if a team is in ascendancy of a game and they're going to run you, you're not going to put a guy who's super slow next to 𝐒𝐤𝐿, who's in the most mobile, and then Maino, who isn't the most mobile as well. That is a recipe for disaster. That's why, for me, when Spurs play United, I believe Spurs are more likely to win, because I just think that Spurs can run the United midfield. And if that game turns into a sort of back and forth, like 100 miles an hour game, that suits Spurs even more than it suits this current United team.
Spurs are even better on the counter, bro. They have the pace. Son, Bernard Johnson, even Solanke, bro. He's got a bit of pace in him. Yeah. Madison, Madison, one pass, bang.
United for me. Next week, United need to slow the game down. If anything,
Yeah,
need
they
to
have
slow
to.
the game down and play in their own pace. Don't go. I mean, we're talking about next week already, but this is the issue that, like, when Crystal Palace were in the ascendancy, the reason why he's making those changes is because he's seeing the flow of the game starting to go against him, so he's trying to stifle that. So sometimes it's not always just about these players playing badly. It's more about covering something that's happening during that period of the game. So yeah.
Okay, but you know when it comes to running around with Bruno, yeah, I was just going to say, oh, he runs around. When a player is having an awful game and him running around doesn't mean, oh, he can just stay on regard because he's running. All I'm saying is that with Bruno, he was like any player, and had we had Eriksen in that position, yeah, who was pulling off the execution of the passes, yeah, who would have known that we could have won that game? Because why would you keep him? My issues with him is that you're subbing off the wrong play.
No,
you're subbing off the wrong
player. Can't run for 90 minutes, bro.
But you don't.
Bro, Eriksen, respectfully, Eriksen's got a pacemaker, bro. Like the bro cannot play.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. When you're controlling a game, yeah. When you're controlling the game,
Dude's
and you've
as bald as I am, man, and he's like 34 years old.
Well, I didn't even know you were, but listen.
Bro. Like, you need to understand, bro. Like the guy's body, bro, can probably, particularly at high level football, can only take.
He was our best player today.
Can I understand that, bro?
For 60 minutes, just like Madison, he can't play a full 90.
Yes.
We're gonna move on to Chelsea, but let me do these couple of super chats. Okay, is Real Madrid Casemiro better than Rodri or Rice?
No.
Real Madrid Casemiro,
probably Rice,
Rodri.
Rice, but not Rodri. Yes, I should say that. I should clarify that.
What kind of question is that as well? What
Olo.
No, it's saying
Casemiro at Real Madrid is definitely better than Rick and Rice.
Oh yeah, no, that's without doubt.
It's not even a question.
What I'm thinking about is Rodri versus Casemiro.
I don't think
Rodri said he looks up to Casemiro.
Of course, he's older than him. Casemiro's like my age, bro.
No, they are talking about Casemiro at Real Madrid.
So the reason why
he's better than both.
The reason why I'm saying is
I think Rodri is better.
The reason why I'm saying
Rodri had more aspects to his game.
Yeah.
Wait, guys,
and he executes these aspects as well. It's not only on paper.
I don't mind Rodri being better, actually. I don't mind.
Anyway.
Quickly, this is a good question. The reason why is because if you say clutch gene, both of them have actually had clutch genes in terms of Casemiro scoring in Champions League finals, Rodri scoring in Champions League finals. Defensively, you say, I think Man City defend with the ball. They don't defend without the ball, basically, because they've got the ball most of the time. Real Madrid, there was a little bit more back and forth, but then he had Modric and Cruz next to him as well. It's actually a difficult question to answer. I think you'd go 4 Champions Leagues would make it look better, but I don't actually know if you say as a player himself, Casemiro was better than Rodri. I think Rodri might just take that for me.
If you're talking, it depends what you want, though. If it depends what you really want. If you want someone who's a destroyer who's going to intercept and tackle you, Casemiro is your guy. He's tackling wise and defending. He's probably the best one on the list. Number one, in terms of like controlling the game and passing and just being a good footballer, it's Rodri. The other guy is just useless.
Also, I would love to see Rodri outside Guardiola and Spain.
When I say that, bro, they don't like it. When I say that, I only want to judge.
That might be happening. Hey,
do you know how to judge a player? In my opinion, to judge a player is to see them play in different systems and to see how they perform. My missus isn't even as loyal to me as Ahmed is to United. No, bro. Ahmed literally bashes Ten Hag on the club all the time.
I love my club. I can't stand the manager. There's a difference. I love my club.
Sally, you might want to talk to your missus tonight because I'm just saying.
Hey, man, get a difference.
Jay is saying striker's job is not hit the bar. Nunes didn't that most last season the most, and I am a Liverpool fan. Say he is shit. Forward needs to hit the target 100%. That's why a lot of Liverpool fans say that Darwin Nunes doesn't perform. Because why? He doesn't hit the freaking target. Easy chances, missing, hitting the post. He's spot on. If Dominic Solanke continues to score goals for Spurs, and if Dominic Solanke gets 15 or 20 goals plus, okay, he's just proven himself to be
well worth the money if he gets over 12.
20 plus goals. 12.
Over 12 for 70 mil.
20. Who said 12?
I said if he gets over 12, he's worth the cash that we pay for him. We didn't pay 70 mil, by the way.
Yes, you did pay
12 goals.
65.
12 goals.
Yeah, that
Bro,
would be two
Richarlison
more
got
than
12 goals
Richarlison.
last
He got,
season.
no,
That's
no,
a-
no. I'm
that's a
talking in the
joke.
league.
That's
not
crazy.
in all competitions.
In the league, Richarlison got 10 goals.
10, yeah. So 12 is better than 10.
12 goals is 12 goals is crazy.
Wait, Will, are
bro.
you
No.
taking the piss, by the way?
No.
I feel like you should be expecting 15 goals from him, bro. 15 should be the
15 my
minimum.
ass, 20 goals. He's the striker of Spurs, the most offensive team in the Premier League.
No, I'm
Dude,
just saying.
What are we talking about?
No,
Did he
no,
pay-
no.
right now,
I'm just
I will
trying to
make
say.
a
How
promise.
much money did they pay for him? Are we crazy?
I have
No,
not
no, no, no.
bought. Hold on. I have not bought anything from our club shop in years because I don't like the owners, right? If Dominic Solanke scores more goals than Heung-min Son this season, I will buy a Solanke shirt from the club shop and
But
wear
that's
it
not
on the
even-
show.
Even if he does that, that's not really like that doesn't mean anything though. You were going to buy a Tottenham shirt.
12 goals. How much did you pay for this guy?
65 mil he paid. That's how much they paid. If you want to get
You
him
looked it up.
66.
You looked it up. 65
Yeah.
mil.
65 mil.
65 million pounds to expect a player that scored 19 goals in a lesser Bournemouth last season to
Yep.
come to Spurs and score less than 20 is criminal. It's criminal in my opinion.
Dude, after Richarlison,
Well,
I'm happy if a
forget
guy.
Richarlison. Well, logically speaking, you bought a player that played for a lesser team that had 19
How many
goals.
strikers scored 20 goals in the league last season? How many?
It's not the point. I'm
Ivan
talking about
Toney
him
scored 20
specifically.
Ivan Toney scored 20 goals.
Not last season, bro.
So it's, not last season,
Yeah,
you
but-
didn't.
Not last season.
Oh, we have to get to the specifics now.
No,
Did-
no, no.
How many
but
goals
last
did Watkins
season-
score?
I think he scored 19.
19.
No?
Basically
12
20.
goals is freaking, guys. 12 goals.
No, the point. I think 12 is crazy. I'm saying there should be like even a minimum expected of him should be 15 because like that's what you
15
any
is
average.
too low.
And
Wallahi,
that's
how,
what.
how
I'm
football
not
have
saying-
fallen
hold
when
on.
we are expecting from a striker
why
15
not?
goals that play for
Hold on.
Spurs.
How many
Wallahi, this
goals?
is crazy.
How many goals? How many goals in the Premier League did Danny Ings and Callum Wilson get? They got
One of
over
season.
19. Did
Yeah,
they?
one of seasons. One of seasons though.
Yeah, but regardless,
of
though, like,
seasons.
like
No, actually, you
That's
know
the
what?
thing.
The thing with Wilson, I truly believe Wilson probably could have gotten the goals that he was getting. With him, it was that he was just really injury prone, bro. The guy would just be out for months. And
How many goals do you want Ahmed from Jackson this season? Honestly,
honestly speaking, I think
Yes.
for me this season probably 15 to 20 is what I'm expecting from him.
he scored 15 last season, so there is
No, he scored
improvement.
he scored 14. So the next one has to be 20 then. I was 20. It'll be the next
20?
one.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at this attack for Chelsea. They are catering to this guy to score 20 goals.
Yeah.
How many goals does he have already, Nicholas Jackson?
He's got 4 goals, if I'm not mistaken, already. 4 goals.
4 goals in 5 games. I'm definitely not expecting less than 20 goals this
he
season.
can get an extra 16 with the attack that you
Bro.
have. Come on.
Mm.
100%.
100% he can get
Look,
extra 16.
No, but
Bro,
that's
they
my
create
minimum expected.
abundance of chances per game, bro.
Listen, yeah.
Hold on,
we-
I didn't say.
By the way,
Hold
he's
on.
trying
I
to
did
stay on
not
the fence a
say.
little bit.
I did not say.
Tranquila.
that
No,
Hold on.
No, but you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest with Jackson. I think Jackson can get 20. You probably score 20 if that we have. To be honest.
And you
That's
think Jackson
guaranteed.
is better than Solanke as a number 9? Finishing a number 9.
Probably.
Jackson's better on the in the wide.
Hold on. Let me hear this. Do
Go
you
on.
think as a number 9, I know Jackson link-up play is elite and it's good and the passes is okay. Do you believe I'm talking about, because at the end, the link-up play doesn't get you goals. What
Exactly,
get
yeah.
you goals is the finishing, right? And Spurs create fucking loads of fucking chances, bro.
Bro, that I think it's fair to say Solanke's a bit better than Jackson when it comes to finishing. I hear that too.
So that's the
But
thing.
I'm not saying that I think that would be
So
good.
for me
my
for
point is I
Will
don't
to
have
say
high
12 is
expectations.
criminal. It's criminal.
No.
That
I
is
don't think I would
criminal,
be happy.
bro.
Hold on. I'm not saying that if Solanke only scores 12 goals, that would be that he's a good player. I'm just saying I don't have high expectations for him to score a whole lot of goals at our club.
Why is that?
Hold on, do
Because
you believe
he's
your club
not
is
at
gonna
that level.
fail?
Okay, so you can't.
Who's gonna get the goals if your number 9 isn't gonna get 15 or 20
gonna
goals
get the
a
goals,
season?
man?
Who's gonna score, bro?
It's the same top scorer that we've had for the last 2 seasons. Heung-min Son is going to be the top
Oh
scorer.
my god. He plays on the wing,
He's the
bro.
top scorer right now.
He means Sun Nation, yeah. That's what he's saying, man. He means Sun Nation.
Oh yeah. Will and Jacob, bro. Oh my god. Young man, son.
The man them need to let it go, bro.
He's
Sun can't do it all the time, bro. Sun can't do it all the single time, bro.
How many wide forwards have gotten Golden Boot in the last 10 years in the Premier League? 2. Salah and Son. Just saying.
Anyway, I want to go back to Chelsea because
and only
Ahmed
one
has
has done it
without
penalties.
Actually, Aubameyang as well. He played wide forward.
He's a striker, bro. What are you
Played
talking
wide-
about? He didn't play no wide forward.
He did. He
He
actually
was
played on
straight
the
down
left.
the middle every single
No,
time,
it wasn't.
dude. Come
Sadio
on.
Mane get
Stop
Sadio
it.
Mane.
Especially the season that he, especially the season he got golden boot.
No,
I believe.
in the middle.
Nah,
I actually
bro.
believe that
Lacazette
at
played
the
more
end,
wide times
as a
than
wide
Aubameyang
forward,
did.
No, I remember. Sorry,
Sadio
go on.
Mane versus Youngmin Son is one of the biggest comparisons in the Premier League, to be honest. Like, I know a lot of people like Mane because of Liverpool and the Champions League and all this stuff, but I believe it's a fair to compare Son and Mane, actually. The Son's consistency is ridiculous. It's so underrated in the Premier League, actually.
100%
But anyway, that's for a
underrated.
different
And he
day.
does it.
I know that a lot of
got
people
that
love
without
Mane.
taking a single penalty. He got.
Jackson,
Yeah,
by
that's
the way,
good.
I just want to put this out there. Jackson has the most non-pen goals in the league, by the way, other than Haaland, literally.
This is
This
his season? Bro, we played fucking 5 games.
This
Have some
season?
shame and decorum. Have
No,
some
no,
fucking
please,
shame and
please, no,
decorum.
no,
Fucking played 5 games, bro.
Since 2004 to 2024, he's had the most non-penalty goals other than Haaland.
See what this sounds like. So,
Oh,
guys,
really?
Guys,
Yes.
So, guys, in American sports, in the NBA, they have these random stats they do where they go on Thursday, when it was raining, LeBron James had 30 points and 6 assists and so on. So this is what we're coming into right now. When we do this random
2024, from 2024 until now, there are a lot of games that I've been playing that if Jackson has, my boy Jackson, I said he's better than Darwin Núñez last season, people didn't believe me. He is, even though Jackson's...
It's so disrespectful, bro. The man them were calling...
Are you saying because we're talking about open play goals, non-penalty goals, that we're talking about something that's unusual? Non-penalty goals is something that's a very common stat, bro.
No.
Because only one person on the team is on pens.
Yeah. You know what it is, man?
I was talking about what Ahmed said.
You know what it is, man? Oli doesn't like the stat, because, he knows
because Saka drops
he's
below 14, 13 goals every season if you take his penalties away.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Stat pad in full, and they think he still can't break 17 goals in a single season by Bukayo Saka, even with getting like 8 or 9 penalties in a single season.
Guys, let's talk about Chelsea a little bit. I want to discuss Chelsea a little bit. There's a lot of talk about dropping Madueke and starting Neto. Chelsea, the measuring stick is different between Sancho and Madueke and Neto. You guys want to hype Sancho so much, right? It is unbelievable. Do you believe that is actually true, that people just hype Sancho?
What's going on, bro? Sancho, I think he had a decent game today. I think he's just getting back into form and fitness, in my personal opinion. So anything I really say about him at this point is a bit negative. But I actually think he had a decent game today. And got the assist for Jackson's goal at the end of the day. I think there were times where he was really great and direct. We actually played a lot through his side and Jackson at the end of the day, but I think he had a decent performance. I think that's pretty much very simple. And hopefully he continues to improve. Now that's 2 assists now in 2 games. You know what I mean? Did more against United, he wasn't doing that sort of thing. But
most shameless 2 assists I've seen in my life, bro. 2 assists are so shameless, bro. He passed on Nkunku between 3 players. Nkunku had to fight the 3 guys. No agenda. And today he passed a 5-yard pass to Nicholas Jackson, who had to run 60 yards. And
you gotta make the pass for them to score. You gotta make the... Listen, Mo, you gotta make the pass for them to score. That's what they're saying.
Again, I've said this before and I've said it again. This is the Busquets assist all over again.
An assist.
Listen, man. Listen.
This is the Busquets assist all over again.
Listen.
7 guys and Busquets on the board. Busquets got an assist.
At the end of the day, boys, listen, is he performing better than Mudryk and Sterling last season on the wing? Currently, yes, he is. That's what matters to me.
Yeah, but the ball was in hell for that. Basically,
I think on a serious note, obviously,
on a real note about Chelsea, because I believe Chelsea.
We're getting.
I like watching them now. I like it.
Bro, I'm being serious, bro. Today, I want to mention one player firstly, 𝐒𝐤 today, El Monster, bro. He came back to get his lick back here from last season, because a lot of people don't know this. He made his debut against West Ham last season when he came off the bench after being brought for 115 million, at the time. And he was getting bullied in that game. So this is definitely a grudge match for him. Again, one thing I will say, we've not when last season, the season before, when we wanted to get top 4, these are the type of games you have to come into to win games, right? If you want top 4, these are the games you have to win. Away from home, at West Ham. You got to get the job done, and we did it quite well.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
can we talk about how bad West Ham was, though?
listen, at the end of the day, man, opposition is the opposition. You know what I mean? The game's the game. Opposition is
But they
opposition.
were really
No
bad.
one said that when Man City went and smashed them away. No one
Exactly.
said that when
Yeah.
Arsenal beat them 5 last season. No
Yeah.
one say that. It's
Yeah,
because
even-
it's Chelsea. It's because it's
Yeah.
Chelsea.
No. I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
tell you
didn't
the
watch
two
those
teams that
games.
get treated like this: Arsenal and Chelsea. They beat the team out. It's only this. That's only
Exactly,
that.
bro. Exactly.
No, it has nothing to do
But you
with
know
it
what I
being
will
Chelsea.
say? Yeah, you know what it will say for me personally, though. Listen, Jackson today, great. But I want to see this consistently, Jackson. I want to see you get the ball and put it into the net. That's all I'm asking for you, my brother. Innit? Nothing else. Just put the ball into the net. If you can do that for me, you know, I'm happy. You know what I mean? That's all I need from you, bro. But obviously, Madueke, I think he's not
What?
at a few.
What the fuck is this account? Arteta out, Inzaghi in. You're an
Mm.
Arsenal fan. What
Hey,
the actual, bro?
Anyway,
Hey.
I'm not throwing shade at Chelsea. Chelsea were really good today. In fact, I think Chelsea's been far better this year at doing the thing that they struggled with, especially the first half of last
Bro,
season. And that was
yes.
finishing their brunch, right?
exactly, bro. Yeah.
They're
And
they're converting a lot higher than they did last season. So look, props to Chelsea. But what I want to say is, how does West Ham, like, I think, control momentum for the first like 50, 60 minutes of that game and not score a single goal or create a single big chance the
Bro, they're
entire
awful,
time?
bro.
Lopetegui is
kudos,
getting sacked.
Bro, they are awful, bro. They have no structure on the pitch, bro.
Jared
It's
Bowen,
so
it's time to
individual.
throw in
Jared
the
Bowen-
towel and come to Tottenham. Come on, dude.
Yup.
Like,
Bro,
Mm.
Jared
Oh,
Bowen,
come on.
kudos. And by the way, Paqueta, guys, he doesn't want to be there.
Yep.
Bro, he's losing the ball. He's not putting the effort. He's trying to dribble when he shouldn't. Bro,
Mhm.
he's playing short passes. I think West Ham are cooked. I think they're
Yeah.
absolutely
yeah,
cooked.
dude, it's been
David
bad.
Moyes again. But
Mm.
just to credit Chelsea, to be honest with you guys, Chelsea are on the money. When you open up, you're getting torn apart. Your line step up, you're torn apart. The runs behind, the passes from the middle from Palmer and 𝐒𝐤𝐶 and even Enzo today look
Mhm.
decent. We gotta be honest. Once we have to be honest. Enzo Fernandez today looked decent. I still would prefer Lavia, but he looked all right today. Enzo Fernandez didn't look as bad as I'll
Yep.
make it be. People need to understand that. I'm gonna try to be objective. I back Chelsea to make top 4, above Spurs, above Newcastle, above Aston Villa, right? A lot of people want to banter Chelsea because of the money spent, but the reality is they have a solid midfield. They have a very, very solid attack. It's very solid. With Cole Palmer at the 10, the team looks different. Nkunku off the bench, Joao Felix, I don't know what he's doing on the pitch, but it's
Actually,
fine.
was really good today when he came on. You know, he's
Good
good
what?
ball possession, good at
Did you see
holding
the
the possession
finish?
when needed.
Did you see the finish? He finished on
Listen,
side
man,
net.
come on, bro. Hey, listen,
Bro,
you know what I
fucking
mean.
this
We gotta
has
get
to be
there.
a goal,
We
bro.
gotta get there. Game week 2. Listen, it's taking game, man. Don't worry. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slow and steady wins the race, man.
And
Slow
also,
and steady wins the race.
we have to credit Maresca. We
Yeah.
have to credit Maresca for fixing the defense. With Tosin, looked very composed.
Tosin, man, he was marshalling that defense, bro. I have to say, yeah,
Yes.
be up to him. That's what we needed. Bro. That's what I was telling
Just
you before,
imagine
bro,
if
as
you
well.
signed Mark Gahey there. Just imagine if you
Imagine
signed
if you
Mark
kept
Gahey
him.
there.
Imagine if you kept him. You know,
Imagine if Chelsea signed a top defender instead of the ones they have. Like an
thing
experienced
is,
I don't
bro,
know, how
defender.
did
the issue is-
Anderson
the
get
issue
away
is-
from anybody in the top 6. That's what
The
I wonder.
issue is, bro, and I'll say this.
A lot of people don't rate him well. A lot of people don't rate him.
I'm sorry. I guess you could.
Anderson, the guy,
Yeah.
the
The defender. He should have gone to
the
Chelsea.
guy that
dude.
went to Fulham, nobody
Yeah.
rates him for some reason. They
Look,
don't rate
look-
him.
I don't
I
know
really
why.
like. I really
The
like
dude's
Joachim Anderson,
amazing
man. I'm a
defender.
big
You
fan
know
of
that. You
Anderson.
know that he was under the radar. Everyone was talking about Gahey, and then Anderson just left, and nobody was
Yeah.
in for him. None from the top
I'm
clubs.
yeah. I'm really surprised that Anderson didn't go to a top club. By the way, like I feel like he was talented.
I felt like
Anderson,
out of any team in the top 6 that really needed him, and where I think he could have really helped them out, it would have been Chelsea.
the problem with Chelsea, bro, is just so we can't move on these CBs that we currently have in it. That's the problem. We can't move on, for example, Chalobah. We can't move on, for example.
Can I ask you
so many
something for real,
youngsters and
Ahmed?
paid a ton of money.
Can
Yeah.
I ask Olo? I'm gonna ask Olo this. Really, Olo? Do you if you watch some Chelsea games, what is the real aim for Chelsea this season?
The real aim. Okay, that's a good question. Obviously, to enter the top 4 again, right, would be sort of, I think, their maximum ceiling right now. I personally think so, and the reason why I think is that I think they're still a very Jekyll and Hyde team. Like sometimes good, sometimes shit, as the great Gattuso once said, right? And I think what would change my sort of view on this team, which I've criticized in the past, and I think that they're still weak in the midfield. I've said it so many times, so I don't need to repeat myself. But I'm looking at the next 5 or 6 games. That will really tell me who Chelsea really are, because in that they've got Brighton at home, which, you know, at any given day, Brighton can turn up. But
we beat them twice, actually, home and away.
I know, but I said on any given day, you don't know what Brighton can turn up. You got Nottingham Forest, which I expect to absolutely beat better. But then you got Liverpool.
Why Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest has been really good this year. Like I said that 2 shows ago, that there's a team that's playing
you guys
really well.
That Nottingham Forest are top of the table in defensive.
I know.
You know, it's very strange. They conceded the least chances in the
league. Their midfield actually is doing good work, bro. That guy they got from Newcastle.
I actually had them relegated.
No, I told you guys this 2 or 3 weeks ago. Nottingham Forest has been playing some really good football. Like Nottingham Forest. Look what they did to Liverpool.
But again, if we continue, so they've got Nottingham Forest, then they got Newcastle, which I think they'll be Newcastle at home. Then they got United away, and they got Arsenal at home. Like that run of game will tell me what this Chelsea is. If they're inconsistent, and I stopped there purposely because I think the next few games they should win fairly easily. And then actually got Tottenham in December. But anyways, the point is, if they can be consistent in the way they play, because I still think they're inconsistent. I mean, we see 2 weeks ago when they played against the team in the Europa League, and I know they changed quite a few players, but you saw that it wasn't clicking there. Can they repeat this performance over and over and over again? And that's what, when you have too many players that you can chop and change, can they build the rhythm with that? Because, like, for example, you said Tosin played today, but for the past couple of games, he wasn't really a starter, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what this Chelsea team morphs into. I think Chelsea fans, of course, it's fine. I mean, I know people right here going, "Oh, you're an Arsenal fan. Why are you saying all these things?" I'm just saying it as objectively as I can. I'm not trying to sort of.
No, but I think you have to be tribal and actually say something different than the reality.
I know.
Otherwise, you are not an Arsenal fan.
No, I cannot not be tribal. If Chelsea are good, I'll say they're good. Like, that's just me. I'll just say they're a good team. I've said my issue with Chelsea is just the midfield. I think the midfield is a bit weak in comparison. And when they come against teams who can run, that's where the acid test will be. So the next few games will tell me what this Chelsea team is going to be. I don't think one-off games against West Ham, who can be really bad, is the real test. When they're under pressure, how they handle the pressure is what will tell me more about Chelsea, the Chelsea team, and Maresca as a manager as well.
You know what it is, man?
I think my man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think for me, the thing that's really making me, I think, start to believe in this team a lot more. Yeah, it's particularly the last 2 games. I think the Bournemouth game, when we were crap, we were able to grind the win out, and then this game, we were really effective in actually controlling the game and actually like putting the ball to the back of the net. I think for me, the defense in particular, yeah, I have to say, Cole is actually improved game by game by game. He's actually like being like the leader in essentially in that defensive role. I think Tosin only came in because of the fact that Gusto's going to be back probably for Brighton, which is a big plus for me, because then that allows our left foot, our right wing to have a little bit of a guy that's going to overlap for us a little bit more and allow the wingers there to do their thing. But honestly speaking, bro, with Chelsea, if they continue this run, if they continue to do what they need to do, honestly, I don't see how we don't get top 4.
Yeah, that's why I said the next few games.
Villa. That's how we don't get top 4. Aston Villa gets knocked out of the Champions League or don't focus on the Champions League. Because Aston Villa look exactly the same as last season. That is how you don't get top 4. I don't think you should fear Man United, Newcastle, Spurs. I don't think they're gonna get top 4. The players that will even up and down. You'll get a Madison goal today, and then tomorrow he's bad, and then this guy. It's kind of strange, guys. I want to get
come to our season is who can finish their chances. Like, if I've said that every single week this season, you've seen it. If we finish our chances, we win. If we don't, we lose.
Yeah, 100%. Which is, I'm expecting you to still have like an on and off season. Chelsea are not. But listen, people, let's get to 400 likes. We're at over 600 people here, guys. Hit the like button underneath. Now the new landmark is 300 likes. We're 30 likes away from 300 likes. I actually, for Chelsea, I'm watching them. And if you're a Chelsea fan, you got to like what you see. You like what you watch. It looks okay. It looks good going forward as well. I think Chelsea can push to actually have a little bit of a separation. I'm not sure that they can go and get a third or something, but they can put a separation between them and the teams below them. That should be the aim, to be a little bit comfortable, not to be in a battle of top 4. Just focus on the Conference League because you have a separation in the league. That happens when you win the small teams against the small teams. And I like what I'm watching for Chelsea because they have different ways of playing. It's a good way of playing football. They tore West Ham defense apart. They played from the middle. Also, their wingers can provide stuff. And they have a bench of 𝐒𝐤𝐿, Felix. You can see Neto's on the bench. The defense is a bit iffy. You need Reece James and Malo Gusto back, one of them, because Fofana isn't a right back. It's very obvious.
Gusto's back next week. He's going to play against Barrow for us. Perfect.
We'll see.
And also, I'll tell you what.
Can I see that? One-off games. Where have you been all 2024? With only Arsenal and City have beaten us in the last 20 Premier League games. But when we saw Arsenal are slow, it is hate. That's for you, Olo.
That's for me. Okay, Blaze. First of all, Arsenal was slow. It's not hate. It's just reality. You can say it, and I will not argue against it. We're playing slowly right now, so that's not hate. Now, whether we improve or not, that's going to be up to Arteta. Now, when you say one-off game and all of 2024, now let's review some of the games where you actually drew and you threw away points, because it's easy to say we were unbeaten, but it's also much easier to also look at the context of some of the games where you didn't win. If you said you won all the games in 2024 apart from Arsenal and City, I'll be with you. But you drew games, and I'm thinking of games such as, was it Sheffield United where you drew 3-3, Crystal Palace. So let's pump the brakes. It's good for you to be high off what happened today, but if you objectively remember some of the way you felt when you drew those games, you threw away those points, you won't be talking like this. Mic drop.
No, I don't think so, because at the end, in the second half of the season, there's only, I think, 2 teams are better than them. So that's wrong.
I said, look at the games they drew last season.
And you lost, and Arsenal as well lost games.
Hold on. What I think is so funny is the majority of that we haven't lost, except for Arsenal and City, was to the manager that everybody talked trash to and sacked, by the way. The majority of that was under there, right? How many wins do you guys have this season? 2?
There you go. There you go. Sometimes
that's reality. You can't change that. That's
exactly. There you go. So again, when you guys do some of these things, just remember the data is there.
You know what I don't like? I don't like what is gonna happen. Once Chelsea lose a game, a lot of people like Olo are gonna come back and say, I wouldn't. Well, a lot of people were expecting Chelsea to drop points against West Ham away.
Wow.
By the way,
bro, a lot of people thought I was going to drop points against Bournemouth. Remember,
I told you were going to drop points against Crystal Palace, and I was right.
Yeah, that you are right, man. You know, I'll give you that one.
A lot of people are gonna forget that they weren't the best team against Bournemouth and they won, but they were the better team against West Ham and they won. That's 2 types of games that they won. If Chelsea lose against Brighton or draw or something, I told you so. You're playing at home. I'm expecting you to win.
I'm telling you right now.
You know why I'm expecting them to win against Brighton? Very simple. Because Brighton are going to leave spaces. It's a very simple thing for Chelsea. Very simple thing. You leave spaces for this deadly attack, you get punished.
And that's why I said it can go anyway. So again, I didn't predict West Ham to beat or to even draw against Chelsea, because I just think West Ham were not as organized as they were last season under Moyes. And I know West Ham fans don't like what Moyes was, but there was a level of organization that doesn't exist this season. So this was a game Chelsea were going to win in my mind, right? Again, if Chelsea lose to a team, I'm not going to say I told you so. I'll just say what I see, which is, was there an issue with the midfield? Was there an issue with the defense, right? Which are the 2 issues? And I pride myself on being as objective as I can be. So it's not for me. I'm not waiting on Chelsea to lose.
I'm gonna say something that is gonna be controversial for the people, and people are gonna hate me as usual. Who cares, right? Arsenal defend better than Chelsea, but Chelsea are keeping clean sheets at the current moment, defending deep, by the way, in their 18 and defending set pieces and doing all the blocks and all the, the dark arts in the 18 and tackles and stuff. If Arsenal tomorrow defend
that they probably have one of the easiest starts out of the tops, the big 6.
Us and Liverpool.
I'm coming to the next phase now of this, guys. Get that 20 likes, because you're not gonna like this. Who's better in transition, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea. They got more speed right now. They got way more speed.
Arsenal, if Arsenal defend tomorrow against Man City, right, and don't get something out of the transition or the counter attacking, well, Arsenal look like you should defend without any weapons in attack. You need to press the opposition.
But that's more. I've been saying that. I said that to. I think I think I said that. I said it to you, Oli. Like where. Oh, I said this and another thing where like you've got a defense to do it. It's just the guys in attack on Bar and Saka. There's not enough quality there.
I agree. I think that,
and that is a problem. And that is a problem.
I think
today Chelsea, after going 2-0 up, they defended. They created abundance of chances on the transition.
I'll say this: Chelsea. If Chelsea play a defensive game and play Man City, they've got a higher probability of beating Man City away from home than Arsenal do. I don't think if we just drop back and say let's hit them in the counter attack, we can beat Man City at the probability that Chelsea can, because I think Chelsea just got way more pace in attack and they can exploit space better than we can right now. I think
they have a passer in Palmer that you don't have because Odegaard is injured.
I told you the English Perlo. I told you he's the English Perlo. So for all the Chelsea fans who think I'm just dunking on you, I'm actually giving you guys so much
Who's
more.
The English Perlo? I'm sorry,
Palmer. He's passing. Watch him and watch Perlo. The passing is pretty much the same.
Well, it's criminal to compare Palmer to Perlo.
I don't.
Pirlo Nation.
You remember the Thomas Mueller
I'm Pirlo's
comment?
biggest fan. I don't know if I can say that even myself. Even I can't say that. Even I can't say that one. You know, that's crazy for me.
On this hill.
Trust me. Pirlo Nation. Palmer is
the
who was it? Did you say Kai Havertz or was it who was going to be Thomas Mueller?
Oh, that's Kai Havertz. His movements like Kai Havertz.
Oh, stop for the love, man. We're finished, man. They're finished, man. The man done finished, man.
No, but I'm just saying no. So
I know what you mean, brother. I hear you.
When I say about Perlo is this: Perlo had a calmness on the ball when he passes the ball, right? He didn't rush things. That's why I see in Palmer as well. Like even under pressure, he can execute a pass. So when I say, I'm not saying he's the same quality or same type of player. I'm just saying the attributes of passing under calmness, Palmer has the same way Perlo had as well. So that's what I'm talking about.
That's very okay. Okay. Anyway, listen, people. This is absolutely a phenomenal, a fantastic stream. But listen, don't go anywhere.
Look at the Chelsea. Sorry, look at the Chelsea fans now. All like, oh my god, yeah, W nonsense people, man. Shut
guys,
up.
Ahmed, guys, wait, because this is gonna take you to HUSAM where he has Deji, Tanya here. Thank you, Tanya. Palmer again, ole. A lot of Chelsea fans are happy. I'm on your side this season, Chelsea fans. I'm not against you like last season. But big up Tanya for the super chat. Appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for everybody supporting the channel. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. But first, before
watch the Forest Brighton game and see what I'm talking about.
I might be a slave.
Oh, tomorrow. I think I might have a headache tomorrow. So
tomorrow also, guys, tomorrow I'm doing a watch along for the Inter and Milan game. If you want to see me,
you must win that one, bro. They are so bad. Yeah, if you don't win that. Yeah, thank you. That's what I like to hear, man. You got
Palmer is the best in the league. It's crazy, Tanya. This notion that Don started Tanya is crazy.
See now. See this
is crazy.
This is where people take it too far.
Now you're going too far.
You give him inch in the second mile,
bro.
You just said he's Perlo, bro, and now you're saying he's not the best in the league. Come on, dude.
No. Like, Perlo was not the best player in the world, or wasn't the best player in Italy.
He's probably one of the best midfielders that ever played the game. What are you talking about?
Perlo for me is one of the goats of the midfield.
You can't even compare Luka Modric to Pirlo. That's how good Pirlo was.
I said the passing under pressure.
Is fucking nuts, bro.
Pirlo is one of the best deep line playmakers I've ever seen, bro.
Ever seen in my life, bro. It's
ever seen that, because like I'm not saying just in case there's another guy I don't know about it. You have to always say ever seen just in case.
Wait, are you gonna no, you're not stopping it. No, Mo, you're not stopping it.
We are stopping the stream. I gotta go.
I have to stream, bro.
I'm sorry.
There's a stream on this channel.
Ahmed, you're going to stay there and take the prop for Palmer, okay? Now, do not tell me that we've watched Palmer now for almost a season and a half, and not tell me that actually from a playmaking standpoint, he doesn't look fantastic.
Absolutely not.
He does look fantastic. But
Pirlo was the master of receiving the ball with back to the goal and turn and make things happen. Anyway, people, this will take you to HUSAM. Ahmed is going live as well on the Haaland, Salah, Palmer top 3. Well, I'm actually, I can live with this.
No, right now it's Haaland, De Bruyne, or Salah. Those are the top 3 players in the league right now.
Oh yeah,
Foden.
Haaland, De Bruyne,
Foden.
Salah.
What about Foden?
Bro,
Yeah,
there's no single game without Foden, bro.
Foden,
Just
no.
cut me some slack, bro. Every
Top
single game they
5,
ordered out
Haaland,
Foden,
De
bro.
Bruyne, or Salah, Diaz, Son.
Okay. Relax now. No,
Okay,
no,
now, guys,
That's the numbers. I'm not making these up.
People, Ahmed
Guys,
is going live. Thank you, Tanya, for the support and for the super chat. You started a war that is not gonna finish. Listen,
I'm
guys,
coming back to this.
we are 9 likes away from 300. So hit that like button before you go, people. 9 likes away from 300. Hit the like button. Ahmed is doing a stream on his channel on the bridge. So hit that like, go and see what Ahmed is doing. This will take you to Osam. He has Deji, Winter Surfer, and Marsh, and Rax as well, and someone I don't know supporting Man United. Go and watch Deji, Hussam. There's going to be a fight somehow, but Ahmed is doing a stream on his channel. The bridge is in the description as well, so go and subscribe as well. Also, Banter on the pitch, and 𝐒𝐸 United is here. Go to Hussam and spam JUDGEMO raid or spam what Diaz. Apologies to Diaz. Here you go. Here you go. Just this, copy and paste. We'll see you guys soon. We are out of here, people.
Big up, man.